be back in the final here?
Oh, it feels great. Certainly a little tired. I played 9 sets in 3 days, and after having played on clay in about a year. So, no, it feels good, and I'll be a little tired tomorrow. But the good thing is there's only one more match, so just lay it all out on the line tomorrow and see what happens.
Obviously, you and Riley present an interesting matchup,
Yeah.
a unique matchup, and your history is quite extraordinary. 12 consecutive tiebreakers. Were you aware of that?
Oh, I didn't know the exact number, but I knew it was a lot.
A lot.
And of course, when guys like Riley and I lock horns, it's going to be tiebreakers. Maybe not tomorrow. We'll see. He's returning really well, and clay is a good surface for guys like Riley and I. It really is. A lot of people don't think so.
And of course, you don't get to play on it a lot.
Yeah,
against
we
each
don't,
other,
because the
so-
schedule it's tough. We're not in the Monte Carlo draw. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Why,
But-
John?
Huh?
Why do you think it's good for
Because
you?
it just gives us more time. I mean, our serve is good anywhere. We don't, in my opinion, we don't need a fast court to hold serve. And both of us maybe prefer a little bit of a slower court to get into points and give ourselves time to wind up for shots. Faster courts make that a lot tougher.
It's your first meeting with him on clay.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we don't play on clay that often, and so we played.
You practice together?
A little
clay?
bit. A little bit. Not on clay, no.
Okay.
We played in Dallas a few months ago and had this ridiculous match. And, hopefully we don't have anything like that tomorrow. It could happen. But he's beaten me the last handful of times, and he's just been better in those pressure moments.
Well, I mean, 24-22 tiebreaker.
Yeah, well, I remember at that second set tiebreaker, one of the points was I was serving for set point, and he came up with the good. So, as I said, he's just been a little bit better than me in those little crucial moments, and that's a lot of times what it comes down to.
You've sort of been a mentor to him, haven't you? I mean,
Yeah, no, I mean, we have a lot of similarities. Obviously, of course, our height, but we share the same agent as well. And,
there you go.
our parents are friends, and him and I are friends. I guarantee you, if I turn on my phone, I have a text message from him right now. So,
What he would be saying?
say good job, bot. I guarantee something like
Bot.
that. Yeah, we're bots. So, it is what it is, and I guarantee that's what the message says.
Can you think back to your first matches here? I mean, you weren't even here. They were out at Westside Tennis Club, and you're still here back at almost 37. I mean,
Well, I never played out there.
You
Actually.
didn't, okay.
No. So I think maybe the first year it got back here or something.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've always loved this tournament. I missed it just one time, I believe, which was I was injured. And,
Heard, yeah, you would have
yeah,
been.
a few years ago. And
I think when you were in the top 10 too, interestingly.
yeah, I just made the finals in Miami, and I got hurt in that match, so that was tough. Not to be here, but I wasn't even close to getting ready. I missed the whole clay season, but yeah. So it's such a special place, especially now living in Dallas. It's just
When did
hop
you-
on 45.
When did you move?
4 years ago.
Would you literally drive home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your car's in the driveway of the beautiful house we're staying at. So. Yeah.
I missed the point. Obviously, a very important point. The
Yeah.
break point in the third set. Do you remember it?
In the
can
third set?
Can you talk about it?
Yeah. I did kind of feel like he wasn't going for as much, so he was maybe playing a little bit conservative. Maybe waiting for me to miss, which isn't a bad strategy. I mean, he's much better than me from the baseline, but he hit a backhand that I think I hit a pretty good ball, and he hit a backhand that hit the top of the net, and fortunately fell back on his
Fell
side.
back. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was net error, but.
Yeah.
But what did you do to attack him on that point?
Well, I just played a solid point.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything special. I didn't, rip a winner or anything like that. So that was my second break point of the game. So I was glad to get it back, and it wasn't easy serving the match out either.
What are your thoughts as a fellow player on the football call?
It's
You don't see it called very often.
you don't see it called very often. It's kind of like
Especially
calling
the second serve. No?
calling a 3-second violation in basketball. Sometimes you
Or
can
traveling.
or traveling, right? Or let those slide. But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if he full-faulted it or not. I'm assuming he did. Otherwise, the line judge wouldn't have called it. So it's super unfortunate for Christian. We know that, and it had no bearing on it wouldn't have had any bearing on the point.
Right.
Once we got into the point, I mean, but rules say you're not allowed football. But look, I see both sides to it.
Do you think
know.
as a turning point of the game, of the match?
That was big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
You got back.
I think
in.
so.
There was a game you were 0-40, not 40, and kind of frustrated, hitting at the ball outside,
Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
your first serve pretty strong,
Yeah.
a little bit more than the
Yeah.
usual, and you came back with 5 consecutive first good serves.
Yeah, well, I still lost the set. So, but I was frustrated because the game before the sun for the first set was actually really tricky, and especially on the ad side, it was bothering me a lot, and it cost me that game that I got broken because I double faulted twice, and I serve volley on one time where I looked directly into the sun and I serve volleyed and couldn't see couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
All I knew is that the ball came back to me and I could kind of see something. And I shanked the volley, but
Was that out of frustration or just?
yeah, I was a bit frustrated for sure because I kind of let that game slip away. And a lot of times, if I lose serve just one time in a set, the set's over. But also, if I break serve one time, the set can be over too.
There's a special satisfaction on coming back from the first set loss, I would think.
Yeah, no, I did it in my first round, and I
Test
did it
yourself.
here. And I would imagine I've been more time on court than Riley so far, and I played 3 consecutive days. I think he had a day off somewhere. So,
Do you
Well-
feel like you have an advantage over Riley, being that you had more success here, or you've played more here?
No,
No?
no, I don't think that has anything to do with anything. If anything, he might go into the match with a little bit of an edge because I think he's beat me 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
All in.
But I mean,
super
being
close
on
matches.
clay here.
No, I don't think so. I mean, 'cause
No.
he's playing well. I mean, break Nick Kyrgios 3 times. Pretty impressive. So,
Were you aware of the controversy in that match?
I did not see it. I heard about it.
How do you feel about that? I mean, he was obviously saying that umpire is just losing control of tennis, and I mean, he was pretty strident in his.
So I
comments.
I still haven't seen it. So I would have to go back and I don't know exactly what
And
happened.
of course, Riley made the point that you don't have electronic control
Yeah.
devices on clay, and
Yeah.
that would be useful because he says there's always a controversy in clay.
Yeah, I guess. But again, I would have to look at it, see what transpired.
Game of inches.
For sure. For sure.
John, I think you're aware of your new aces record here for the tournament.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I know I hit my 10,000th ace here a few years back, and then I have the most aces in a match. So if I'm ever going to hold a record, it's probably for being on the court for a long time or hitting a lot of aces. That's what I can do.
771 in this tournament.
Yeah.
And, like on 400 and something, 60 something, 70 maybe even
Okay.
historically
Yeah,
in
yeah,
this tournament.
yeah.
So it's fun. Hey, shortens the match in some way.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations.
All right.
See you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
John.
Appreciate it. Good luck.